How you
Hi,
doing, dude?
Nordo. Good, man. How are you?
Final stretch, man. Ninth inning, 10-5.
They've kind of blown this open, man.
Dude, this has been so much fun as a
Yeah.
season opener. And I mean, you get the Bombas from Kepler, Luis Ariz with the kind of the dagger 2-run single out of the 9 hole. So you love that. The pitching, you haven't had to go to all your horses on the first night, so that's sweet. I mean, this has been
Yeah,
an absolute blast. And of course, thank you to Budweiser. And thank you to
correct.
everyone for watching, whether it's Facebook, it's YouTube, it's Periscope, it's Twitter. It's all of that. And I've had a blast, man. It's been fun.
Yeah, and the bullpen's really, they've done a great job. They've kind of gone, they've got, I mean, Trevor May kind of mowed them down. I don't think they haven't given up a run because the only one who gave up any runs was Barrios. So they've done their job, and here we are in the ninth.
Yeah, and again, it was cool to get kind of that inning out of May, and then I think it may have been Clippard into Duffy into
Yeah.
Stashak. Maybe that's how it's
Yep.
played out. So we'll see who they trot out there. Maybe not Taylor Rogers since it's a non-save situation. But
Yeah, I wonder what they do. Do you think we'll see Romo?
see, I don't think so. In something we were texting about leading up to this, I'm kind of wondering what the hell happened with Rich Hill, where Odorizzi's on the IL for however long with the sore back or whatnot. Rich Hill in the mix, which is sweet. And then
Yeah.
now he's out, and it's Randy Domnack pitching tomorrow.
Which they and both Dick and Mornozy on the broadcast said we'll find out more later, like after the game. So
Yeah.
you know,
No, tomorrow I'm excited. This lineup is no joke though with the White Sox, and it's kind of
yeah,
interesting to see what the trajectory is for them, if that makes sense. From Luis Robert, who it's not like he's run up the score on us or anything tonight, but clearly instant out of the box talent, which is really cool. And they picked up Dallas Keuchel, right? He starts tomorrow for him.
he's pitching tomorrow. Yeah,
But that was, the thing with Keuchel. I think he started. You remember the last couple of years where like high-end free agents weren't getting signed until basically April or even into the
that
season.
was who's the guy we wanted that went to the Cubs?
Yu Darvish
He
or
signed
Jake
late.
Arrieta, you mean?
Yeah, both of them. They signed
Well,
really
Jake
late.
Arrieta, I think, is with Philly. Maybe I'm making that mistake
Yeah,
there.
I think you're right.
But then now Keuchel, who all I've heard from like the Gleeman type baseball nerds is, spin rate and statistics that we don't pay attention to, that he's kind of been on that downhill slide a little bit over the last couple of years. But he made 19 starts for Atlanta last year, gets paid now, and he's with the White Sox. So we got a battle with him. And with Dobnak, it might be or maybe it's different. Maybe because it's a weird season and Barrios only goes 4 innings. Maybe Dobnak goes 7 scoreless tomorrow and just pitches a gem. So, no, it'd be fantastic.
Yeah,
It'd be absolutely awesome.
Fun, man. When we got Kepler
Good evening,
with the
Brad.
leadoff, Kepler with the leadoff home run, and he comes back and does it again. That was sweet. I mean, this is a slug fest of an offense. That's exactly what this team is. They can get out in front of you, and I don't think a lot of teams will be able to catch them. Obviously, the Yankees, but they won't have to play them until probably the playoffs. So this team is a team that can just outslug everyone, and in a 60-game season, that's a great advantage to have.
Well, it's a good example. I think the Twins are really in a good spot. Now you have Odorizzi with the back thing. What's up with Rich Hill? I mean, a good spot can become a bad spot really quickly, especially in a short season. They have the Monday off.
They got 2 pitchers now that they have to basically scratch tomorrow. Because Eggs over Odorizzi would have pitched tomorrow. He's out. Hill's out. So here we are, It wouldn't be Twins baseball if we didn't have some kind of weird thing going on.
Yeah, and it'll be Kenta Maeda on Sunday in the finale. They get the day off, but a good situation can become very bad really quickly if these aren't things that are resolved in the short and now. And you look at, the Chicago White Sox. I mean, 10-5 is the score line. It feels like we're going to get out of here with a victory, which is sweet. But I looked this up, and I know with just a few minutes left, I would like you to listen closely, Sauce. But under a 16-team playoff scenario, based on last year, you would have had Houston in first, hosting Oakland, Minnesota in second, hosting Boston, Yankees in third, hosting Cleveland, Tampa Bay hosting Texas, with the Angels and White Sox just a game and a half back out of that eighth spot. So you're talking about 10 teams in the American League at that stage last year having a shot to make the playoffs. And it was even more. I think 13 different teams were within striking distance. 5 were within 2.5 games of getting into the NL playoffs based on the first 60 games of last year. So a team like the White Sox, we're going to beat them today, it looks like.
Yeah. Yeah, but it looks like
if Keuchel gets a good victory tomorrow and then, rubber match on Sunday, every game mattering with the 60-game sprint, a team like the White Sox can get themselves in there and be a factor, which is interesting and weird and cool and annoying all at the same time.
It'll be interesting to see which of the front horses in these leagues fade. If there's a team that just gets off to an awful start, like Washington, they would have been out if they would have been out if this was last year. They were awful to start. Then they caught fire, and obviously they won the World Series. But they were a team that in this situation, they wouldn't even have been close to the playoffs. I mean, we were talking last year on Saturdays with Sauce all the time about how we should trade for Max Scherzer because Washington doesn't need him. So
they need him.
You got to get off to a hot start. You got to cruise, and you got to get out. And you got to get out early.
Well, and they've been bit by the virus. I mean, that's a big part of why we're in this spot in the first place. They had Ryan Zimmerman, who's one of the biggest parts of their team, the Nationals. He opted out of the season, and I think it was Juan Soto.
Really?
Yeah, he did. And just concerned for his family and those sorts of things. So he's out of the mix. And then you have Juan Soto, I think, tested positive recently. So they've had to jump, back and forth and navigate this maybe more so than some of the other teams out there. But, I'd say that they're doing well so far. So how cool. I mean, for opening night, though, we're getting 10 runs out of the good guys. What do we got here? Top of the ninth finished up. Here we go. Who do you think's pitching right now into the bottom of the ninth?
Well, I don't think it'll be Romo. I think it'll be one of their long relief guys because I think they're going to try and save Romo for tomorrow in case they need him to go 2 innings.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. I'm just curious who they're going to bring out. The interesting thing is the expanded rosters right now, which is good early on, but you're seeing a lot of names maybe that you wouldn't necessarily see if this was typical near trade deadline type of baseball. So, but Twins up, man. I mean, for a Friday night, the opportunity to hang out at home, drink Budweisers, and hang out has been a blast. Yeah, the heavies.
It's been super fun. Yeah. These ice cold are amazing.
They are, man. Any parting thoughts as we wrap up this first one? Because ultimately, what I want to do is of course, we'll thank everybody. We'll sign off, but then I got to dim the lights and watch the first Twins victory of the season by myself.
Yeah, I think it's a great start, man. I thought when it got back to 5-5 and Barrios gave up that big lead that they gave him, I'm going, man. Here we go again. I know it's the first game, but it's a tone setter, man. You get the first one out of the way. You don't have to worry about it. And it looks like they're going to get it unless they blow this giant lead in the bottom of the ninth here. But if they get the victory here, man, it's a great start. And this Minnesota Twins lineup is super potent.
No, it is. And, as interested as I am in seeing the evolution of the pitching. So it's Barrios with a shorter stint to run, and if he can start hot, which he didn't tonight, but Homer Bailey didn't exactly light my world on fire on Wednesday, and we're not going to get to see Kenta until Sunday. Rich Hill out of the mix. We know all of this. The identity of this team is Bombas, and it's just hitting a ton of home runs, getting on base, putting pressure from inning to inning to inning from every spot in the lineup. And they did it tonight, which is really sweet. So, and Stashak's back in for the bottom of the ninth.
And the bullpen has given up so far 0 runs in, 4 or 5 innings now of relief?
Very good news all around. No doubt about it, my man. Let's do this. Bottom of the ninth, and we should sign off and just watch this from our respective couches, finish our buds, and call it an evening. How about that, Saucy?
Sounds perfect. Love you. Thank you to everybody, man. This is super fun. Let's hope to do it again.
Yeah, cheers. Everybody, thank you so much, first of all, to Budweiser. We love Budweiser. But thank you to you guys hanging out with us. It's the season opener. We're all excited about the Twins season. We've all been waiting for 4 months for this freaking thing to lift off, and it's finally here. So thanks to everybody on Facebook. Thanks to everybody on Twitter, Periscope, YouTube, and all of that. Thanks for listening to The Fan when you do, whether it's the Power Trip, 9 to noon, Common, Bumper to Bumper, any of it. We love you for it. So thanks to Budweiser. Drink responsibly, of course. Have a great weekend. All right. Cheers, guys.
Bye.